Hey guys, what's going on? We are now back for Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke Challenge Part 58. Mitchell here once again. So, at the end of the last episode, we defeated our rival. We decided to use Sir Snore, our Snorlax. I said I wouldn't be doing too much grinding with him up until obviously we once we reach the Elite Four, and then we'll just use Victory Road. Pretty standard there. We will be doing that, but I realized something before I even get underway here, that poison is going to screw with me because I no longer have dig. So I am going to need my escape ropes for sure. And escape rope. And there's literally, yeah, I'll just take one out for now because if I use one, you know. But I haven't found a single antidote, so I don't know how many poison types I might run across who might have poison gas, smog, anything like that in Victory Road. All I can tell you is that it's a little scary. So this will be done in many segments. Especially we're in no rush here because we're near the end. We're near the end of the whole kit and caboodle thing, I guess, and so it'll probably take about 3 parts maximum. Maybe 4, but midway through 4 is the maximum I can see. They will be slightly longer episodes than usual, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem for anybody. So anyways, we're going to run up here and we're going to go through Victory Road. And as I said before, once we get through it, which hopefully no one dies because of stupid poison loss, then we're going to grind ourselves, because there's no way we're going to reach into the mid-50s this way. So, oh, that is the boulder badge. Go right ahead. So here we go. You can pass here only if you have the Cascade badge. Oh, that is the Cascade badge. Okay, then please go right ahead. And we'll continue on. Thank you, Mr. Guard. We're continuing, and here's our third guard who says you can pass here only if you have the Thunder badge. Oh, that is the Thunder badge. Okay then, please go right ahead. So now we continue on, and here's another guard who says you can pass here only if you have the Rainbow badge. Oh, that is the Rainbow badge. Okay then, please go right ahead. So here we go. We can surf. And of course, here's our next guard who's in the water who says you can pass here only if you have the Soul badge. Oh, that is the Soul badge. Okay, then please go right ahead. And next should be the Marsh badge. You can pass here only if you have the Marsh badge. That is the Marsh badge. Blah, 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 blah. I'm getting sick of saying that. So there we got there without incident. Now here, potentially, we can catch a new Pokemon. And that would be pretty cool. You can pass here only if you have the Volcano badge. That is the Volcano badge. Okay, then please go right ahead. Woohoo! So, let's see, what's our first encounter going to be? It is a Fearow. Level 40. I don't actually want to use Fearow. And I'll tell you why, because I don't want to go into the whole using, like, we had our Spearow, he died. I just don't really feel like, you know, really, no. Sorry, guys. We do have a second shot at getting something else. But, yeah, overall, it's just one of those things where I just, I don't feel comfortable using the guy. Like if I run into a Nidorino, I'm not going to catch that either, because I know they're around. So let's see what we get as our second encounter, just in case. I'm pretty sure I've caught almost everything in this grass at one point, though. So, and it's another Fearow, so it's a no-go. So let's switch into Sparky again for some Thunderbolting action. So there we go, Thunderbolt. And that will take care of the Fearow. So now we're going to continue on, and we're going to cross the final bridge, I suppose, the Earth Badge area here. You can pass here only if you have the Earth Badge. Oh, that is the Earth Badge. Okay, then please go right ahead. So now we can finally enter Victory Road. We have Strength, Surf, anything we might need. So here we go. Right off the bat, I know this boulder needs to be strengthed. So our first encounter is an Onyx. Level 45, we are eligible to catch the Onyx. And that would actually be pretty cool if we caught an Onyx. I think so anyways. I'm just trying to think of something that wouldn't hurt him too bad. And could take a few hits. I have no idea what this Onyx might have. He's got Slam. I'm gonna go for a Fire Blast just to see what it does. Rock Throw, so that's actually gonna hurt me since I'm Flying type. Fire Blast almost friggin' and it burned him, so I've got basically one more shot at this. So I've got only a few shots with an Ultra Ball. Obviously, I guess I should have kept my Master Ball. This would have been a good place for it, but we did catch the Onyx. Not that we're going to use him, but good backup just in case we lose somebody. So the Rock Snake Pokemon burrows at high speed in search of food. The tunnels it leaves are used as homes by Diglets. So we want to give a nickname to Onyx. We are going to call Onyx. What are we going to call Onyx? We are going to call Onyx after a great snake. Or I really don't know how to spell Orichi. Alright, so this might be wrong, guys, and I apologize for that. I know this isn't a thing on Orochimaru from Naruto, but or Naruto, whatever the fuck you people wanted to call it. I have read and watched the whole thing, but it's not. I'm not a huge fan of it or anything. I'm taking this from the original myth that I knew about before I watched the show. So, and I'm pretty sure I didn't spell it right, but that's okay. So there we go. We caught ourselves an Onyx. That was a pretty sweet catch to have right there. So we are going to switch into Fruit Group for a little bit and just take care of some of the random Pokemon in here. Obviously an Onyx was the first one, but there's plenty of Geodudes and Gravelers and more Onyxes in here for us to get decent experience with. And of course we don't have a single Repel anyways. So our next encounter is a Geodude. Level 26. Fruit Group will be able to Razor Leaf that thing, no problem. And I mean, just that every little bit of experience counts, right? I mean, there are some pretty high level trainers in here, but the more I do as we have to go through here anyways, the less grind time there's going to be, obviously. So just keep that in mind when I'm doing this, guys. I know sometimes it gets a little tedious, especially when I don't just run away, you know. Like here we have a Graveler. Now they obviously have self-destruct and the like, but I'm confident I can hit it with a Razor Leaf and kill it. Should be ×4. And there we go. Got rid of the Graveler for almost 900 experience. So I mean, that's well worth it. And our next one is a Geodude again. And it's level 36 this time though, so a little bit better experience there. Razor Leaf again. Obviously back then there was no Giga Drain, so I don't really have an ultimate grass move to use. Solar Beam, as I've already explained in a previous episode, I won't be using, so. So there we go. We got the strength boulder in place. Now we can move on. First Zubat of Victory Road. Not a fan at all. Now, I will admit the Zubats are not worth my time. The Golbats, yeah. Not the Zubats. Just not enough experience to warrant losing PP in Victory Road. So now we have a Geodude level 36 again. 31. So that's not half bad. We'll go for a Mega Drain on this one. I don't want to use too many of those on wild Pokemon because I'm going to need them to keep up Fruit Group's health as we go through Victory Road. So he grew to level 44 with that. And so now I'm going to switch into Dom for a little bit. And here's our first trainer who says, I wonder if you are good enough for me. Oh, of course I am. I'm a 10-year-old who knows how to Pokemon battle. How hot is that? So it's a level 44 Persian. Obviously we don't have a fighting move anymore, so it didn't really matter. I'm going to go for a strength, see how much I can do to this thing. He's going to go for a payday. Going to do next to nothing. Obviously I could have tried a Hyper Beam out. But 2 strengths will take care of him. Hyper Beam probably would have too. So there we go, strength. Got rid of the Persian. That was very little effort. And now he's got a Ninetales. And Ninetales, obviously, weak to ground types. I'll be able to take him out in one hit. Now I did get an Ember off. A little worried about burning damage here and again. Not that it's anything like poison, but it's one of those things where I don't have the option of healing. I do have one full heal, but I would like to save that for paralysis and the like in against the Elite Four. So we are going to go this way first because there is items. I think multiple items. And I think I have to pick one and then come back and stuff, so I'd like to be able to say I can cheat and just check, but I can't. First off, I'd have to go on the internet and I'd have to go through, look for maps, look for which items what and all that. So now I have to pick. I'm going to pick this one. And hopefully that's the right one. So we have a Zubat here. Let's just use a Thunder. Mist. Uses Haze. I suppose I could wait for him to use Haze on a poison guy. So we got a rare candy. I have no idea what that is, but it's going to be lost for now because I don't feel like coming back here for that. And I doubt it's some ultimate, like, I really doubt it's a full restore or anything like that. I don't think there's any of those in here, so. Anyways, we'll move on now. Now maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe that could have been an antidote, a full heal, a max potion that I could really have used. I don't know for sure, obviously. So the Geodudes do have Explosion by the looks of this. Shouldn't do too much to me. It doesn't. But nonetheless, don't really want to take that to the face. So now we have another trainer here who says, I can see you're good. Let me see exactly how good. Alright then. So he's got 4 Pokemon. Cool trainer. Starts with an Ivysaur. The worst he's got is probably Razor Leaf then. I can actually probably Earthquake him because of the poison type and probably deal with him. Should get rid of him. And it does, so that's pretty cool. So we got rid of him. Brings out a War Turtle. Once again, probably Bubble Beam or something, but I do have Thunder, which of course is going to miss. Uses Withdrawal. I'll try again. I missed again, of course. Uses an X attack. I might be taking a huge risk here, but a Thunder's got a hit. And it's not hitting one bit. Come on. Well, at least I know water moves are special, so he can raise his X attack all he wants. And it wasn't enough to kill him anyways. He goes for one more withdrawal. I'll just go for another Thunder, because I missed enough of them. But we did get rid of the War Turtle, so that was a big risk I probably shouldn't have taken. Brings out a Charmeleon. I have no idea what the last one's going to be then. So he's got Ivysaur, Charmeleon, War Turtle, probably a Raichu or a normal type like Kangaskhan or something like that. Tauros maybe. And it's a Charizard, so he's got a Charmeleon and a Charizard, level 42 Charizard. That's pretty crazy. I'm going to use Earthquake on him, obviously. And I keep missing them. I don't know why. Earthquake's supposed to have 100 accuracy. Is he Flying type? I thought he wasn't Flying type back then. Oh, he's Flying type, but he doesn't learn Fly. That's it. So it's actually Thunder I need. Good. Yeah, that was a big mess up on my part. I just wasted a bunch of moves there. But yeah, I totally forgot. He is still Flying type back then. He just didn't learn Fly. But we grew to level 45, so that's pretty cool. So there we go. We beat that trainer, and we're done the first room. I'm going to switch to Griever for a little bit. He can take a few levels as we continue on. So here we have another strength boulder to do. So we use strength. Down, down, down. And over. And there we go. So now we're fighting our first random battle in this room, and it is a Geodude. So no problem there. Level 36. Surf will be more than enough to take care of him. Obviously, we haven't really run into anything that can poison us. Maybe his Ivysaur could have, the last trainers, but didn't give him much of a chance to do that. And now we have a Karate Guy or a Hiker who says Victory Road is the final test for trainers. I see. Alright then. So he brings him out. It is a black belt, so it's a Karate Guy with a Machoke. So I guess I could have went with Gandalf for this, but no big deal. I'm going to go for a Bite. See what a Bite can do. Make him flinch maybe. Goes for an X attack. I'm going to go for a Surf. See what a Surf does to him. Quite a bit more. And there he goes. So he sends out a Machop. I'm going to switch into Gandalf right here because I know his next one's probably either Machoke or Machamp. So I'll take a Seismic Toss for 43 damage. So there we go, and I'm going to use Psychic. And obviously, with Gandalf, I can always recover if I need to. So there we go, he fainted. Gojira did grow to level 44, that's pretty cool. And now we will take out the Machoke in one hit with our Psychic. I don't know if I explained this yet, guys, but I did try my best to find out this whole Visual Boy trading between yourself thing and all that. I can't get an Alakazam. It's a Generation 1 game. I don't have the right emulator. I went through a bunch of crap trying to get it. It didn't work. And I don't want to spend hours and hours just to get that one thing that I'm not 100% sure I'm comfortable doing anyways, you know. Nuzlocke is a solo challenge, and yeah, so no, we will not have an Alakazam for the final battle, which sucks because that's probably going to be what makes or breaks me, but we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. So obviously if we go down here, there is one more strength spot right there, but I don't see a boulder. And we have ran into an Onix, level 45. Now this one's just going to be good old-fashioned experience for us because we already caught one, which is pretty cool. I kind of wish we had caught one a long time ago back in Rock Tunnel because I've never used an Onix truly, so So we found TM05. That's Mega Kick, but there's no one I really want to teach Mega Kick to, so we'll leave it at that. Where's the boulder for this? Maybe it falls down a hole or something. I wouldn't assume they'd make you drag it all this way. There is a trainer up there that we need to fight. By the looks of it, he's either a tamer, a juggler, maybe even a cool trainer. I don't really know. Can't really tell from here. I guess I guess I can keep out Gojira for one more battle. Ah, so you wish to challenge the Elite Four? Why, yes, I do, and most likely fail. But we'll find out. So the Juggler wants to fight 4 Pokemon, and it's Psychic types. So this might have been a good choice after all. So we're gonna go for a Fire Blast, just because we can. It's gonna do over half and burn him, so that's pretty cool. He goes for Psychic, so I assume all those guys are gonna have Psychic, so I'm gonna take as much damage as I guess is dished out to me. So I'm gonna go for an Ice Beam here. Plenty there. Now he's probably got a Hypno. He does. So that's kind of scary. I'm gonna go for a Surf, because I think Surf's probably my strongest move with stab and everything. It does enough to give him a half, but Psychic, this is gonna hurt. And it does, it hurts quite a bit. I'm gonna go for another Surf. But this is only because I don't really have anything against Psychics. And of course he does get a Poison Gas off. So that, I didn't even expect him to have Poison. So now we've got to wait for a Zubat to use Haze on him, I guess. I'm going to switch out actually into my own Gandalf here, because I know I can take a Psychic, and I'm going to use Toxic and pull this trick I pulled on Sabrina. He's going to use Recover, not going to do anything. Slowly but surely this will start to stack. I'm going to go for my own Recover. And there we go, back to full. Withdrew that Kadabra. Went out to this one. I'll just use a Toxic on this one too. But I believe if they switch out, the badly poisoned stacking goes away. So that sucks. So my Psychic was disabled. That kind of blows. I'll just use Psybeam instead. Not that it'll do very much, but not so bad. So it's just going to be a battle of smacking each other with non-effective moves for right now. So now we have another Psybeam. You can withdraw that Kadabra, pull out this one who's going to take the poison damage, which hasn't stacked yet. So there we go, goes for his own Psybeam. Obviously I'm going to be able to beat both these Kadabras with my underleveled one, with very little issue. But yes, no more stacking poison damage right there, as we can clearly tell. So it must be something like that. So his Kadabra's confused, but got a Psychic off anyways. Little shit. That kind of hurt, so I'm going to go for a Recover. Get most of my health back. And it's going to withdraw that Kadabra, go for this one, who's going to get hurt by the poison. But once again, it's back to being regular. Going to use Psybeam. Nearly kills him. Obviously this one will, because he's going to take the poison damage. So that Psychic didn't do too much, but I'll probably will use a Recover after the next move. So Gandalf grew to 44, that's pretty cool. So he brought out a Kadabra for the final. Of course I know that. I'm disabled no more, so that sucks. I probably could have finished him off with a Psychic. He goes for a Psychic. I'm going to go for a Recover and let the poison damage take care of Kadabra. So he's hurt by the poison, won't be enough to kill him. I'm going to go for a Recover. I'm surprised he's not going for them. He's just trying to hurt me. He's not going to do very much with that though. Actually he did quite a bit, so I'm going to go for another Recover. That poison will finish him off anyways. So, no sense in me wasting my PP. And there we go, so that Psybeam, that'll do about 30 damage, 20 damage. Yeah, and became confused, hurt by poison, and there goes the Kadabra. So, but now we have to deal with a beat up Gyarados. So, obviously, right in front, we're going to leave him, and we are going to walk back and forth and hope to God we run into a Zubat who uses Haze. And of course, this is the time we can't run into anything, because there's no way I can make it 90 steps back. So here's an item and a trainer. Obviously we don't want to fight the trainer right now. It is a full heal, worst comes to worst. But I'm hoping to run to a damn Zubat who will use Haze. So now we have Geodude here, level 31, against Gyarados, who can just use a Surf, quickly get rid of him. So now I have 75 health left. It just kind of sucks. Now if you had Rest or something, that would be ideal right now. TM17 is Submission. I don't know what this guy has, but I'm going to start off with Fruit Group against him and see what we can do to him. Is Victory Road too tough? No, I don't think so. So far it's pretty good, it's just this poison crap. So it's another Juggler, and he's got a Mr. Mime. So not really the best choice here, but we're going to go for a Double Edge right off the bat. Hopefully take him out. No, need one more. Goes for a Double Slap though, so should be able to hit him next move. I guess he didn't want to go for a Psychic or something. And he's getting quite a few Double Slaps off there. And Double Edge is just not enough right there, but he goes for the Meditate. I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to go for my 100 accuracy Mega Drain and get rid of him. So we defeated that Juggler, which was a little intimidating. I have no idea what this guy here might have, but we're going to find out. Come on, I'll whip you. Obviously he's a tamer, sorry, and that's a little weird for him to say, but whatever. He's got a Persian, level 44, against Fruit Group here. So, I mean, I'll just go for a Mega Drain, get some of my health back from him. And, man, this thing actually can hit pretty hard when he gets a bunch of Fury Swipes off. Some critical hits there. So let's go for a Mega Drain. That's not going to do as much as I thought. A little intimidating there, so I'm going to switch out into, well, I know he can't hurt Dom, so we're going to go into Dom. Who gives off a Screech. Defense greatly fell. Don't really care, I'm going to Hyper Beam him. So he's going to go for a Payday. I'm going to use a Hyper Beam, see if I can take him out with this. And it does. Critical hit. No way he'd survive that. And his next one is a Golduck. Of course it is. I'm going to switch into Sparky. Hopefully he doesn't go for anything crazy. Goes for a Tail Whip. That's not so bad. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt. Obviously I could have stayed in and attempted a Thunder, but if he's got a Water type move, I'm kind of screwed. So I nearly take him out with that. He goes for a Disable. He disables my Body Slam, so no big deal there. One more Thunderbolt to take out the Golduck. A Thunder probably would have done him in one hit, but wasn't going to take the chance with Rhydon or Sparky there, knowing he probably has Psybeam or something ridiculous. So I think we're going to end the video there, guys. Obviously, Gyarados is not looking too hot. Our good old Gojira. We're going to have to keep wandering around and hope for the best. If we can come across a Zubat to get rid of that. I'd really rather not use a full heal. We do have 2, so using 1 won't be the end of me. And obviously, don't want to wait until he's down to no health either. But anyways, that's it for now, guys. So please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you guys want to do, and stay tuned for part 59, where we continue our way through Victory Road. I'm hoping, and that even 60, that is when we will be right at the doors of the Elite Four and start the grind. So until then, guys, keep watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Hey guys, what's going on? We are now back for Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke Challenge Part 59. Mitchell back here once again. Now, at the end of the last episode, of course, we unfortunately got poisoned in Victory Road. It's Gojira here. He's got 66 health left. I'm hoping to run into a Zubat that might be able to solve all my problems. Unlikely, but you never know. And if we do, then obviously, if we do run into one, let's go up here, then they can probably use Haze and solve all my issues. So, anyway, we're going to fight this next trainer here. It says, I heard rumors of a child prodigy. That would be yours truly. I'm pretty great, but, you know, they could also be talking about green or blue, or in my case, John, whatever you'd want to call him. So it's Executor. Let's go for a double edge. Shouldn't be able to do too much damage to me anyways. He's got Hypnosis, of course he does. So I'm going to switch. Obviously my Psychic moves aren't going to do that much. Gojira is actually my best bet because he's got Ice Beam and Fire Blast, but I don't know if he can... I'll switch. He can take a hit. I know he can. So I take a little bit of poison damage there. Goes for a Stomp. That's probably going to hurt. And actually, I can't take the poison hit for that. So, yeah. Nope. We're going to switch into Sparky, actually. Where he goes for a Hypnosis that didn't affect me, and I'm going to start Body Slamming. It won't do that much. Actually, that did quite a bit. But we should be able to get rid of stupid old Executor here. One more of those will take care of him. Hypnosis missed, and he wasted that move on an X attack previously. So there we go. So he's going to send out a Cloyster. This is a good matchup, obviously. Thunderbolt. And switching out against a Cloyster is terrible because he's got both water and ice moves, and I'm just terrible against them. So I nearly managed to take him out in one hit, just shy of it. But this tells me that against Lorelei's Cloyster, I just need to be a level or 2 ahead, and I should be able to take it out with one Thunderbolt. So Sparky grew to level 44. That's pretty cool. And now he goes for an Arcanine, which I will try a Thunder against, just to see if I can do anything to him, because obviously Gojira is not in any form to be attacking. Goes for a Leer. I'm a little worried about what he's got, but I'm hoping maybe a Paralysis off of this Thunderbolt here. Don't get it. Let's see how much a Takedown might do. And I just survive, and he gets hit with the recoil to get rid of him, but that was a close call. So we defeated him, and now we definitely have to use the full heal. We don't have a choice. And we could use the full restore, but I want to save them. So we're going to just have to go with the full heal. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So we're going to go with Gandalf for now. I'm going to see where the hell... I don't even know where the hell I have to go with this rock. So... here we go, we ran into a Geodude level 41. Obviously, Psychic more than enough to take that thing out. I'm not confident that a Psybeam can do it for anything under, or for anything over 36, so I'm just going to stick with the Psychics. So let's see what's down here first before we make any sudden moves. Obviously, Strengthening down there is useless. There's a trainer up there. I'm assuming we have to go over with this thing to our left. So let's set up Dom here. Do strength. There we go. And we'll just slowly move ourselves along. I'm hoping to get out of here in a relatively short time because I really don't want to have to use an escape rope and come all the way back through. But if push comes to shove, I'm obviously going to have to. Right now, Gyarados is out of commission. Obviously, Sir Snore is in no position to help in Victory Road right now. And we're running across level 41 Geodudes who have Explosion, so obviously, and I would use the, I don't think I can use the Pokeflute. Actually, I think I can. Hold on a sec. Before I continue, did that wake up? Why the hell didn't it wake him up? That's not fair, guys. Like, it's not really a free awakening if it doesn't wake them up outside of battle. So I'd have to go into battle, hope that whatever it is doesn't kill him in the first move, which could be an explosion from a friggin' Geodude. And I also don't want to waste all this experience either. So Fruit Group's kind of out of commission right now, unless I'm confident he can take a hit. Just to make sure. Oh, there's an item down here. It's TM47, which is Explosion, I think, actually. Not that that's any good to me, but so he brings out another Geodude. We just keep running across the Geodudes. This one's 46. I mean, they're not terrible experience by any means. I'm just hoping to run across a couple of Onix, maybe a Machoke while Gandalf is out here. But no big deal. So there we go. 500 odd experience. And we'll hit our strength spot. What's down here? Nothing. Okay, we're going to check what's down this particular ladder. There's a trainer, Moltres, a guard spec. Obviously, we did reach Moltres. We could fight him, but the problem is we don't really have anybody that I'm confident can take him out. Earth-type moves are no good. Yeah. I'll come back here with Gojira to take him out, probably. Because obviously from the exit it'll be easier. And then we run across an Onix, level 47. That's a tough little bastard there. So we'll go for a Psychic against him. Should be able to take him out. And it does, so that's good to know. So now we do have another trainer here, and we're just going to go for it. So if you can get through here, you can go meet the Elite Four. So obviously we want to use up all the trainers. Now maybe I should be avoiding the last couple trainers until I get back outside. But anyway, so it's a Charmeleon off the bat. Maybe Rhydon would have been a better choice to switch out to. I'm going to go for a Psybeam. I'm confident it does well over half. Which it does. So he's going to go for a Rage. It's not going to do very much. Just want to conserve my Psychics a little bit there. And I wasn't, you know, he didn't go for a Slash or anything. Obviously I have Toxic and Recover if I run into something bad. Grew to level 45. That's pretty cool. He goes for a Lapras now. Now that's pretty scary actually. I'm going to go for a Psychic right off the bat. See what I can do to a level 40 Lapras. Which is, nearly killed it in one hit, which is crazy. But he goes for an Ice Beam, and that might be devastating. It's actually not that bad. Cool. A critical hit nearly took that thing out. So that's pretty sweet. Now he's got a Lickitung here. I'll use another Psychic just because of the health. You know, they have quite a bit of health, just like the Lapras does. And it takes him out one hit with a critical. Jeez, Gandalf is good. You know, I can only imagine if he really was an Alakazam and could take more than a few hits. He'd just be a killer. So by the looks of that, if I leave the room, the The boulders do reset, so maybe that was a waste of my time if I was just going to go down there. Oh. That's good to know. I'm going to use Psychic here against this Geodude. My last one. And I'll just leave him out here because I'm going to get him to recover. So hopefully that doesn't screw me up. I was hoping that was for something else, like something extra from Moltres, but I guess not. Yeah. So let's use a Psybeam. Let's see what a Psybeam can do. I should have went for a recover, honestly. Psybeam is enough to take him out with a critical, but probably shouldn't be taking so many chances. And now we run into a Onix again. So good experience here. Level 49, Jesus. I'm going to go for a recover just to be on the safe side, get all my health back, and then I'll go for a Psybeam, see what I can do to this thing. So he's going to go for a Rock Throw. That's probably going to hurt. It does. I'm going to go for a Psybeam. Obviously, I only have 9 attacking moves left with Gandalf, so I'm going to try to use that all up. And a Psybeam even took him out. So the boulder is back, which is all fine and good. There's a trainer there. Which really, Gandalf's the only one left that can actually do anything, so. Actually, I don't think I will fight this trainer. I think I'll leave this trainer. And now we have a Golbat out here. So actually, I'm pretty confident now that I can wake up Fruit Group. He's gonna go for Confuse Ray. No big deal there. I can go item, Pokeflute. Woke up, Wing Attack. Super effective, but shouldn't kill me. It doesn't. Then I can switch back over to Gandalf to take him out. Goes for Haze. That would have been really helpful, like a while ago, as a lot of you guys know. So we'll use Psybeam against the Golbat, get rid of the Golbat, and now Gandalf has woken up. So we're not going to fight this trainer because our team is too low. We're too low on problems. Now this might be a bad idea here, what I'm about to do, but I'm going to hope for a Geodude or something and use a Mega Drain. Which is what is what I'm really hoping for here. So we get a Geodude, hopefully a lower leveled one. 36, perfect. I should be faster than him. And my Mega Drain should give me most of my health back. Should give me quite a bit. 61, so that's not bad. So if we keep doing that, we should be okay. So obviously this is the next area. I don't want to fight these trainers either. I'm leaving these guys until we come back. So now we're against another 44 Golbat. I'm not going to bother fighting them just because it's not really worth my time too. I'm low on health. I don't want a chance to double edge and then get a wing attack to the face or anything. So level 41 Geodude here. Fruit Group obviously with the Mega Drain. Now obviously I could be making some huge mistakes and there might be simple ways to fix my problems here that I'm not thinking of, guys. So I apologize if I look like a moron when I do certain things. It's not my intention to look like an idiot. Go figure. But so obviously here is that boulder that we need to move. To put it down on the next floor. Excuse me. And here's another Golbat that we're going to run away from. So we did move the boulder down there. Obviously strength won't do any good there to get me out, so run to an Onix. That's perfect, level 49. Mega Drain will definitely give me all my health back now. And Fruit Group can kind of stay out here and get rid of most of the problematic Pokemon. So obviously we're not supposed to do that. We're going to jump down this hole though that we followed and follow our boulder, as it were. and use that on that extra spot that was there to hopefully get the hell out of Victory Road so we can heal up and then come back with full fighting force. So let's go down here. And there it is. There's the strength boulder. Then we need to push all the way along to get into that ladder. And that'll take us to the next ladder. And then it should be just straight out from there. So here we go. A Razor Leaf against a level 45 Onyx. Now if we get this lucky when we're actually grinding with a bunch of Onyx, that'd be great. Because they do give a nice chunk of 694 experience. So here we go, we're going to use strength and bring the boulder right over to where we need it. And this is a very slow process, of course. The original games were like that. Just before I screw up here. No, this is straight across, okay? Just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing anything stupid. So there we go, another Geodude, level 31. And we went for the double edge prematurely. That sucks. So he goes for a Harden. Obviously I'll just Mega Drain there. Fixes my problem. And get our health back, and there we go. There we go. Just wanted to double check that, guys. Didn't want to get like the rock caught in the wrong spot and then have to do it all over again. So here we go, ladder, and the next ladder, and we are out. Officially out. So we did survive Victory Road. Indigo Plateau, the ultimate goal of trainers. Pokemon League HQ. Pretty intense, and then it goes all cerulean blue on us. See, like, this is totally a Pokemon Mart. Yeah. See, there's no way that wouldn't count, guys. I'm sorry, it's a Pokemon Mart. Yo, champion making. At Pokemon League, you have to face the Elite Four in succession. If you lose, you have to start all over again. This is it. Go for it. So obviously, we're going to heal up here. Get our guys all back to square one. And then we're going to go down and start grinding, because there's no way I can beat the Elite Four right now. There is just no fucking way. If I beat Lorelei and made it to Bruno with more than one Pokemon, I'd be surprised. That Lapras is going to screw with me and everything. So all right. Now we are basically set. So we're not going to start the grind just yet. We made it out of Victory Road. So for the part 6-0, the big 6-0, that is when we will start our grind. I'm trying to get that all done in 2 episodes. They'll be very lengthy, even sped up. But I'm hoping, and we will find out, I guess. So at the very beginning of the grind, though, I will be going to fight those trainers at normal speed. Once all 3 trainers that I skipped are dealt with, then we are off to just a sped up random battles in Victory Road. So please like, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do, and we will see you back here for the grind right before the final end of the Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. Whether we win or lose is totally out of my hands. I have no friggin' clue what's going to happen. So, anyways, until then, guys, we will see you next time. Peace. What is going on, guys? We are now back for Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke Challenge, Part 60. Mitchell here once again. Now, as you guys can already tell, I'm just going to explain right off the bat. I have sped up the video completely. This whole video section is split up. It's also montaged a little bit because at first I thought, this would take probably a couple of 25-minute videos. No, this grinding took a few hours. It was split into something like 8 parts, each being around the half-hour mark. It was actually a lot more time than I thought. to get these guys up to level, because I thought it would be fair. Now, you guys might not like the amount of grinding I'm doing here, as you'll see, but at the same time, there's no chance that I can go through the Elite Four with the limited items I have and actually think I can win with 10 level under. Like, Lorelei even has like mid-level 50s. That's the first Elite Four, and my guys are only in the mid 40s. So I'm 10 levels under the first. Like it's an unfair, amount. And grinding is part of this game. It's an RPG. You're supposed to grind a little bit, level up a little here, there, and everywhere, which I've tried to keep down to a minimal, just to not have such boring videos. But so unfortunately now we were into a way bigger grind than I first thought. So the other thing is I also did use the spacebar. That's why this seems a little faster to some of you who might have watched previously sped up videos, is that the video itself is sped up, but also I did use the spacebar trick with the emulator. So, excuse me. So anyways, basically what I'm doing here is just grinding through Victory Road, getting as many of these guys leveled up as I can. And yeah, now it is montaged a little bit because I realized 45 minutes of gameplay, per fucking video, and there was like 8 or 9 of them. It's still too much. Like, even when you speed them up and stuff, because that was 45 minutes at the spacebarred version. It wasn't like it was already slowed down and I can now do 600% or something. No, it's actually it's a lot and a lot of video data. So, and I didn't want to do 4 35-minute videos, just to get this up and done. I mean, it's quite boring actually. I stopped playing for about 5 or 6 days just because I was so bored with this grinding. So what I did instead of just making a bunch of separate videos and stopping and starting every 10 minutes or whatever, was I basically took the core chunks of the majority of the trainings of most of the Pokemon in the party and then just kind of collaborated them together. So there are small cuts here and there. I don't think I missed very many level gains. Like, you're not going to all of a sudden see Gandalf here be level 51 in a second, I tried to keep as much of the original footage as I could. Of course, I still have the core footage if you guys are actually interested in that. But yeah, there will be some fade in, fade out moments just because I'm trying to, get the core amount of it, but I want this done in 2 videos. So there'll be this part and there'll be one more part and that'll be it. I wanted to do this in 2 longer videos and then start the Elite Four because I don't want to waste you guys' time. I only release about a video or 2 a day mostly, and I really just don't. I don't want to see you guys waiting for 4 days to get to the Elite Four when I'm right here, and just every day it's like, nope, not today, nope, not today. Like, I don't have that many viewers or subscribers, but even for the few that I do have, that would still be boring to you guys. So I just don't feel like doing that to you. So there's not really a whole lot to commentate on. It's very basic grinding. I learned that Gandalf's an absolute beast in here. That his special is so through the roof that he can basically Psybeam everything, and then he's got Psychic, and it's just like he can take anything out in Victory Road in 1 hit. There's nothing that can survive more than 1 hit. So that's pretty cool. And they don't give amazingly great experience, but they do give pretty good experience. And Gojira's the same way. He's got Ice Beam and Surf and Fire Blast. He's pretty set actually against most of these guys. Now, as you guys will see later on, I gave up doing the switch out thing with both Sir Snore and Sparky because Sparky only ran into enough Golbats every once in a while, and then it was way too many switch outs to getting self-destructs and explosions. You'll probably see that a little later on in the video, because I do start off doing that, and I did that for quite a long time. But yeah, it just didn't work out so much when I was doing it before. Like, it was just taking way too much time. I just wasn't wasn't a huge fan. So this video is going to be probably about 21 minutes long, guys. It's but see, that's the reason I did try to cut this down to a point that there should only be one more about 20-minute video, and then part 62 we will start actually going through the Pokemon League. So yeah, so as you guys can see, Fruit Group actually does fairly well in here. Of course, a lot of rock type Pokemon, but also just because of his Mega Drain, so he can really take a hit and then he just Mega Drains his way back. Now against the Golbats are the worst ones, really. And I started switching out into Sparky when I ran into them. And then I'd grab all my health back with Mega Drain from the Geodudes and the Gravelers and continue on. Machokes give pretty good experience in here as well. Everything does, but I found the Golbats were giving like 1,000 experience or something ridiculous. They were really giving the high level amount of experience. So now as you can see, I was switching out quite a bit here, there, and everywhere. And I was just trying, you know, I would actually get bored. Like, I had a system, I'm like, okay, I'm going to grind all these guys until they're out of moves, and then it was like, no, I'm bored, I want to switch, you know, and things like that. So, I was pretty consistent. It was easy, I was pretty consistent doing that with Gandalf. I mean, it was pretty easy to do that because there was only so many PP, and they were all one-shots, so it was fairly easy, but with some of these guys like Fruit Group having 10 Mega Drains and 25 Razor Leafs and some double edges, and it was just like I was him forever, and it was kind of like, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, so there's one of the, I think that's the first fade, and it might be the second one, but it's just where, you know, there I spent a lot of time checking some stats and kind of deciding what I was gonna do, and it was just quite boring. The original audio is all still there. Not that there is much, because it was about at this point that I decided I wasn't going to be recording my audio anymore, because I decided on doing this right around this mark. And yeah, so we have Dom doing his thing here. He gets hurt a little bit, but then we go into Sparky, and then we're into, you know, Gyarados again, and yeah, that was some of the grinding from that little short part there. That was some of the grinding of Dom. But Dom, I found his grinding went really, really short, because all of a sudden he'd get like, I don't know, he'd Earthquake a bunch of guys, and then he'd Hyper Beam a couple more, and then he'd take too many hits. And then I'd have to run back to the Pokemon Center and run back here, you know, like, and I just wanted to cut out that part of most of it. See, I think Dom, I think we left him at level 47 or something. I think he's higher level right now, because I just cut some of that stuff out, and you know. But as I said, I'm just trying to get some of the bulk part. I mean, you've seen that some of my guys are now into the 50s with the speed up thing, and there's Gojira just got to 50. I think I get most of these guys to 55, 54 or 55 is where I get most of these guys. Oh, never mind. Dom's still at 45. So I guess I didn't cut out as much as I thought. I thought I cut out his leveling, but I guess I didn't. And so as you can see, he's just taking out whatever he comes across. But see, the problem is once he runs out of Earthquakes, he doesn't really have anything against the rock types, the Gravelers and the Geodudes and things like that. I mean, he's got Thunder against Golbat, but it takes 2, and of course doesn't always hit, and he's slower and all that. And Strength's not very good. As you see, I take on this Onix with Strength. I do win, I believe. Yeah, I do. Oh, no, I switch out into Sparky for some stupid reason there. But I run out of PP to the point that I can't, there's nothing I can do against this guy. So this is where I start training Sparky a little bit and doing the switch out thing. This was a bad call on my part. I should have just, because I just figured that the Gravelers and the Onixes had way more experience, but you don't really get that much more than where I'm going to go, which you'll see in the next video, where I decide to go to train both Sparky and Snorlax actually. So And I don't know if I explained why I chose Sir Snore yet. I think I did back when I chose him, but it was simply because he would be a wall. Um, where we have the set battle type right now, a good physical wall or a special wall, even either way would be a boon. And I mean, I'm not really IV, EV training or any of that crap, you know. In this, obviously, I wouldn't even know where to start in this. When I first started doing that, it was already, I guess it would have been Diamond Pearl. No, it would have been Fire Red Leaf Green before I even knew these values existed. So, not so much IVs, but it was EVs that I started really getting into the training. It was back in my Leaf Green. So, um, anyways, so we go through here and we're just the point I'm trying to make is that I chose Sir Snore just because he's going to have high health and high defense by the time he's in the 50s. And it's more the health thing, like keeping rest on him just to kind of wear down. Now, I know in these generations, I always forget in future generations if the opponents do have a PP limit. In the original generations, they don't. Lorelei can use as many blizzards as she wants. Lance can use hyper beams. You know, there's no limit to their moves. So my whole idea with that was to at least I don't believe there was. I believe that was the thing. But what I just wanted to do was, because of the set battle type, have someone I could switch out into, take a few hits, hopefully finish off whoever I had to switch out from, and then you know, gauge the next battle. But he's not really a sacrificial lamb. I'm hoping to keep him for most of the battles, just because the having a switch out wall with such high health will give me a chance to regroup. You know, I'm especially hoping him for the champion battle, just because the different types I want to free switch in to guys like Sparky who can't really take a hit, and guys like that who just I don't want to take a hit. Just because it'll do a lot of damage, but they will like for example, Sparky can take out most water types. Thunderbolt and Thunder are pretty good, but he can't afford to take 2 or 3 hits from these guys. They're going to take him out in probably one. So that being said, I want the free switch in. So once again, Sir Snore is not a sacrificial lamb. I want to keep him around, but he is going to be the one taking the brunt of most of the hits for switch out purposes, just because of the type. And as I said, not so much the Elite Four, but more the champion. So, and that was all original recording. The I'm not re-recording like I am for these videos for the Elite Four and the championship battle. They are actually all done. I finished those battles today. How far I got is, you know, anybody's guess. But you'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so I'm without spoiling anything, of course. I'm just what I'm saying is I'm hoping to keep. Obviously, I want to keep my whole team around, but I know that's unrealistic. I know I'm going to lose some guys. I'm just hoping not to lose them early on, because if I start losing guys early on, it's just going to dwindle down to the point that I only have one Pokemon against like Agatha or Lance, you know, and then it's like, well, I didn't even make it, you know, to the champion, for example. So I know that is not what happened, guys. That's not a spoiler. I'm being very careful about that, making sure I'm not spoiling anything. Just to keep it fresh, you know. You know, if I, as I said, I finished today, you know, my recordings for this, and whether I succeeded or not is really anybody's guess. So we're gonna have to wait and see. When I first went into this, actually, let's talk about that for a minute, because we still have a few minutes now, and I really don't see a point in commenting on grinding. That just seems kind of weird to me. So Um, anyways, so yeah, when I first got into this, I've done successful Nuzlocks with just basic rules. Nickname your Pokemon, only catch the first one. When they die, they're dead. You know, very basic of Nuzlocks. And I still found them too easy. Like, sure, if you messed up, or in the older generations you got a poison or something like that, yeah, it sucked. You lost somebody, you know. But overall, I found it with items. Like, I wouldn't even spend money on Pokeballs. I would waste all my money on full heals and potions. That's all I would buy. I never had money, and then I would just heal, 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 heal. You know, I've played all the games with the exception of Black and White 2. I've played all the games, and I know roughly what the levels are going to be like, and there's no real surprises, you know. So with no real surprises, like I still found it quite easy. So then I started looking into why people found it hard, and that's when I stumbled upon the Nuzlocke on the Wikipedia page with all the the explanation of the rules and how they're followed and exceptions to them, and then the more additional rules that people made them harder. So I started looking into those ones. And obviously some of them were just ridiculous. Some of them like limited number of Pokemon Center use and limited number of this you know, like you couldn't add all the rules in once because if you did, you would die. There's no way you could actually get. I don't think you could get all 8 gym badges following every additional rule that I found. But that being said, uh, I chose some that would actually make it harder on me, and I thought no items. No items would make this very difficult. Well, I tried that, and I got to the Elite Four in a Ruby. But by the time I got to the Elite Four, I had 3 Pokemon left. I couldn't use any items. I couldn't buy any items, and any items I found I wasn't allowed to use anyways, because that it was different from the one I'm doing now. And of course, I got my ass kicked. You know, um, I got past the first Elite Four member, and I think that was it. I think I failed against the second, or the third, or the third. But yeah, I know I didn't actually get to Drake in the Hoenn Elite Four. Um, so I realized that was too much. There either had to be a rule about the Elite Four eventually, which would kind of defeat the purpose. It was kind of like, okay, if you get to the Elite Four, yes, you can use as many forward stores and stuff as you want. You can buy as much as you want, and well, that would defeat the purpose. And I mean, it wouldn't be super easy, but it also would take away from the at the very end. It would kind of feel like a deflated challenge. You know, you've worked that hard to get to this point, and it's still tough. And then it's like, okay, well, now that you've gotten this far, we're giving you a handout. You know, to me, I just didn't like the feel of that, so I opted for this halfway point here, which was any items you find you can use, with the exceptions, of course, of revives. So I thought that worked out pretty well. This was my first time fully following that rule, honestly. Um, a friend and I started a diamond file together, but we only got to the first gym. Um, and then we started partying. More people came over, and we kind of forgot about it. But so this is my first time actually fully following these set of rules, and I I really like them. I think it adds a very realistic challenge. Um, it makes it difficult for a veteran of the Pokemon games, um, which is what I'm after. I'm after a hard mode, a challenge mode, something to make it really, every move count, every decision count. So, and if if I actually manage to win this, which I really don't expect to, I think this is a little too hard to do um, with just the items you have throughout the game. I think it's a little too much of a challenge to take on all the Elite Four and the champion with no do-overs or anything. But we'll find out. If I do successfully do it, then I will follow these rules for the next time. The next time I do one. So, anyways, guys, that's it for now. So please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do, and we will see you next time.